if you guys were not aware, if you wanted to play a board game that was as close as possible to Dwarf Fortress, the board game, see if you can find yourself Caverna. Caverna. By the same person who made Agricola and a very, very similar game, worker placement, that sort of thing, is basically Dwarf Fortress, the board game. It's fantastic. It's big and beefy and probably quite expensive. There's a lot of parts in here. It's a game you can play from 1 to 7 players. 1 to 7. What? How often does that come up? But, and the game is like, you've got these little, every player's got their own little personal little board. Whoa, that looks really weird with the green screen. Their own little personal board that they're sort of developing. You're chopping down trees to piss off elves. Well, not really. You're chopping down trees so you can put out little fields and little pastures for like, some like boars and cows and stuff like that. And on the inside, you can like mine out the cavern and put down iron mines and gem mines and build furnishings for little workshops and guest rooms and grow your dwarfy family. And anyway, it's fantastic. It's really, 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 really good. I also really like Agricola, but it's very, very fun. So, normally I wait until we start the multiplayer, but I'm going to crack into the whiskey and chocolate fund at this point. This is actually some chocolate I got in Cologne from the fan meet from one of the viewers, who I believe the person who gave me this. I might be getting confused. There was a lot of Kolsch going on. I believe the person who gave me this actually came in from the Netherlands, but I think it's Belgian chocolate. I mean, it says Van Belgisch, which I think means from Belgium. But, you know, it's all in some sort of, like, goobly-gobbly letters. Well, there's an address on here that does say Netherlands. So maybe it's just Belgian style, or I don't know. But I have some chocolate and some whiskey. Oh. Num 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 num. I've never tried to play Caverna solo. I should really try it at some point. That's good. Dark chocolate. Very tasty. You know what just occurred to me? I can overhang the fortification here. Yeah. Because I was going to say, oh man, we're going to have the same problem with this bridge. But yeah, we can overhang stuff. Build, construct, fortification. Like that. Plus, it looks kind of cool. Cheers. What are the dwarf names you have so far? A lot, because we have 59 dwarves. So we have a lot of names. What's your favorite brand of whiskey? The kind without an E in it. Which is pretty much true. So what do I mean by that? I mean that Scottish whiskey does not have an E in it. Neither does Canadian whiskey. Irish and American does. Although I have really come to appreciate bourbon as well. So Scotch whiskey, especially Islay, like that smoky peaty stuff, that tends to be my favorite. But I like variety. Dwarf cap's set to 200, so we could have lots more. Ba-da-da-da-da. No, Canadian whiskey doesn't have an E. Yeah, the Lag 16 is like my single favorite, but it's hard to justify having it all the time because it's really expensive, especially in Canada. Got Robux. Buildy, buildy, build. Glenmorang is very good. 200 dwarf tantrum spiral. It's happened. We've had forts die from massive tantrum spirals before. Do 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 do. Dig a hole. Dig a hole. And then we've got to finish these little diagonal bits. It'd just be nice if the dwarves built things in like a better order all the time. We play Civ. Not today, Retox. Civ is on Wednesdays. Wednesday we stream Civ. For Saturdays we stream things at random. Who's fighting? What does Shift R do? Oh, right, the building list. Became enraged. This is ages ago, right? Galena in 51? Yeah, yeah. Diggy Hole song request, perhaps? Well, we played it twice already on the stream. We got our dwarf still training. Everything is calm. Everything's relaxed. Clearly our fort's working perfectly well. No problem. Now, that's 7, 14, 28. I guess I could have just done 7 times 6. But anyway, I would need extra bedrooms. So, let's record a macro. Now, let's do a mirror image of the opposite side here. Control R, record. Enter. Play. Wabam. 5, 6, 7. Excellent. You guys let me know if I cock this up. I think we're okay, though. If it's all going well, there's clearly a problem. I don't trust. It's just like when you write code and it compiles the first time. You're like, okay, I've done something terribly wrong. And the only question is, what? Should have embarked somewhere with trees. You cut them down for fun. Yeah, to encourage elves to be mean. The thing is, we actually haven't seen any elves. I guess, yeah, we have none within range. So, I don't know. We should still get dwarven, or goblin attacks. I think these are just the civilizations we sort of know about. Yeah, the top bit being 3 wide is fine. That's okay. CQUI is not yet updated for the latest patch, which is a darn shame. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Dig a hole. I guess there are no rock elves. Yeah, maybe that's the problem. We're in an area with just not enough trees for the tree huggers. Anything about the board game Axis and Allies? Haven't played a ton of Axis and Allies, but it is quite good. One thing I forgot to cover in my 2-player board game video was Memoir 44, speaking of war games, which is an excellent 2-player game. I didn't think about it exactly because I've only played it in the sort of Overlord style with a group, which is also very fun. So the coffin's over here. It starts off left of the door, so. Because Lord knows we're going to need more coffins. Because people keep getting miner's lung from being in the caves. The coffin. No? Okay. Oh, shut up about Monopoly. I have to say, Monopoly's not quite as bad if you actually play it by the actual rules, which no one ever does. It does make a big difference. There's just people getting... Okay, where's this human crossbowman? Why do we have a human? Are the diplomats stuck? They're just hanging out in the meeting spot? Alright, whatever. Ah, that's a good point, Mark. That's an elimination game, and that makes it terrible. That is true. That is definitely one of the biggest things. Games where players get eliminated are boring and bad. Whereas, you know, good games, players stay until the end, and ideally can feel competitive until the end in some fashion, which is very important. Is new coffins out of line? I don't think so. Because if you look over here, right, you've got the door here, and the coffins is to the left and the right. And in here, the door's here, and the coffin's going to be left and right. So I think it's okay. The coffins were never in sync with the doors. Oh, the kitchen setup. Yes, thank you very much for that. Lavish meals. Fine meals. Brew drink. Brew drink. We have limits for both of those. The fine meal. Stew of any material. 50 to 100 cooked meals. We'll have to make sure they're not doing necessarily the wrong thing. We're going to set up a food stockpile over here. This is going to be for raw food. Then drinks. Then prepared meals. Change settings. Food. Block all prepared foods. Change settings. Block all permit. And change settings. Block the prepared food. Block the eggs, although we still don't have our egg stuff properly set up. Block drinks. Block seeds. And the extracts. Okay. What happened in the engraved tiles? Apparently this tile set does something very interesting with engraved tiles. How do you view them? Engraved on the wall is an image of dwarves by McGill. Engraved on the wall is a well-designed image of an octagon-cut gem by Bite Rash. Engraved is a Deuce Williams rendition of the Crystalline Play, a superiorly designed image of a bed. The image is the symbol of the Aqua Gold, a dwarven civilization. So a bed apparently is the symbol of our civilization. Here's an image of a strawberry by Fuzzy Slippers. Image of a forgotten beast. Holy Rags, a finely designed image of Fern Green Devils. The image is the symbol of the artificial salve, a local dwarven government, and I think part of the Civil War. Wow. You can turn it off with the designation. Oh, hide it? Toggle standard / marking. Building properties. Hide items, buildings. Is it this? Nope. Oh, toggle engravings, just one above it. You stupid fucker. There we go. Ah, see, I like this better. This is what I'm used to for the engravings. I do appreciate, like, you know, sort of the symbols being shown, but this is what I like. Oh, baby, you know what I like. Chantilly lace had a pretty face. Tweeted you a link to that stone pint. Thank you very much, Finnish Polar Bear. Appreciate it. And a ponytail hanging down. Let's engrave the dining room. I mean, it's probably already legend. Wait for it. Dairy, but let's make it even more so. You see the engravings in 3D mode. I don't know. Oh, I closed Armok Vision because it was a little bit laggy, perhaps. Let's, I'll try really hard to remember before we switch to League of Legends. We'll do a 3D tour and we'll try to check for that. We've got about 30 minutes left of Dwarf Fortress. This is the Big Bopper speaking. So you guys know. Build a door. And then hold the door. Too soon? How's our, yeah, you're liking it. Good. All we had to do is engrave. What's your thingy now? Make a shield. Let's make an iron shield. Actually, let's make like 10 of them. So yeah, we finished our siege stuff, which is great. All right, meanwhile, over here. Designate, smooth. We're going to smooth this all over here. And then we're going to go into build mode. I don't know if I can... Yeah, I can macro this. Yes and no. Yes, we can. So I'll start a record. Hit enter. Let's do it that way. Cancel the macro, build a bed, and play. Vroom. Excellent. Actually, I'll do all the beds. Yeah. And we can go and do cabinets and stuffs now, too, to finish off all these bedrooms proper. Switch to door. Play. I should have the macro reset itself. Save myself a couple more clicks. That's how you know you get lazy. That's like the programmer way. The best programmer, this is actually a quote from, like, I think Bill Gates? Something about, like, the best programmers are lazy. Or I hire lazy. It's like, because it's this whole idea that you're going to find a way to automate things as much as possible. So put down cabinets next to the beds. We'll have to do the other side, I suppose, to keep it even, but for now we'll just do here. And, nope, containers. So people get their own personal little coffers to store more things in. Boom. All right, let's let that go. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka. Can't believe nothing's gone terribly, terribly wrong yet. Block the line in the food supply. Oopsie daisy. Thank you very much. What's the other thing that was in there? Milk of something? Milk of lime? Whatever, let's get rid of it. And so I guess in our big generic-y stockpile, now if this were RimWorld, I would just set its priority to lower. Here, I'm wondering if I should just like stop storing food in here. I'm gonna stop storing prepared food and completed like drinks. And I'm also going to get rid of this stockpile here, which is set to, like, store drinks and shit. Just get rid of it. So that'll get moved down to the kitchen area, which is what I want, or the dining room area. What do you want? Mandated construction of certain goods, but you don't actually tell me what the goods are. Awesome. Make a shield. Okay. Make another iron shield. Oh, I still have the job going from before. Hold on. Remove. There you go. I think I have assigned all the bedrooms over here. I need to, of course, do the assignment on the other side once all these bad boys finish. Then I'll probably set up a macro for that. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And everyone's pleased. Everyone's pleased. Please remove the walls on the north and east side, enclosing the stairs on the workshop level. Oh! Gain scale just gave birth. Alright, workshop level. I totally agree. Let's get rid of those walls, for they are stupid. And I can't remember. I feel very strongly like it was bottom left corner. Whoop! I remembered my macro correctly. Excellent. Code that reads like documentation is best code. The other thing is, if your IDE or whatever is all set up to produce documentation based on comment structure, is very handy. There's a lot of standards for that. A baby! Another one! Everyone's having babies. Let's read in the list. 2 new ones. Who are we going to name these babies from? We're going to have Shamsa Justin. I think that's going to be too long, so I'm just going to have to call you Shamsa. And Mo Brockers. 2 adorable, bouncing baby dwarves. And dwarves do bounce. Not as much as Kerbals. Kerbals are absolutely the bounciest. So if we designate toggle engravings. This must be like new in the latest version. There we go. We're going to go back to that. Speaking of programming, are there any good books to learn C# you can recommend? No, unfortunately. I don't know any C# programming books because when I was at a time when I was learning from books, C# did not exist. I taught myself BASIC, and then later on I picked up C and C++ for dummies. Another baby? Another baby? Zukaduka has had a baby. Like, it's midwinter. Does that mean dwarves bone in like late spring, early summer? Do they have like hang on a sec here. Do dwarves celebrate like Beltane? And there's like a whole sort of fertility thing going on? Learn C#, learn C++, then C# is the same. Yeah, or you can fairly easily go from Java to C# as well. Really, honestly, once you learn a couple of programming languages, then at that point you stop thinking in terms of the language itself, and at that point you just think in terms of programming logic, and then you just keep a reference to whatever language and library you're working with at that time. Quill discussing dwarven breeding patterns. Oh, maybe dwarves carry longer? I don't know. Kuda Day is in mid-spring. There you go. It's Kuda Day, and everyone celebrates. It reminds me of the Jonathan Colton song, the 1st of May. If you're at work, which, I mean, you're Saturday, so maybe you're not. If you're at work, I definitely recommend loading up the song, but maybe make sure the volume's not too high when you play that one. It's a little NSFW. I need to focus more on YouTube. Right, because streaming a total of 6 hours a week is taking too much away from the Yubtubs. You're right, Bababooey. Clearly. Okay, that's all carved out. Let's turn on the smoothing. I don't even remember. I think I was just clearing it out because it was annoying me that it wasn't quite balanced. Link in chat. Oh, what? No, 1st of May? Just look up 1st of May. Jonathan Colton. It's part of his thing a week where he's putting out one album, one song a week. May 1st, Dwarven Socialist Empire? What? Dwarves do it in the dirt. Look at all the goddamn blood. I can't remember. You can't really set up like a cleaning job for dwarves, right? It's not like RimWorld. Oh, are you mandating like a ban on export? Watch him ban. Okay, he just loves shields. Felix Gardner loves shields. What? One day we're gonna get a goddamn mayor who loves mugs and bans export of mugs. That is a mayor that's gonna get an accident.